If you had to make a choice between the Maserin Bowie or the Becker BK7, which knife would you pick? The BK7 is on the market for a really long time. It's tried and tested, 1095 steel, full tang, and in this case, micarta scales. And then the Maserin Bowie is on the market for a while, but not that long. It features a guard, traditional stick tang, almost traditional because it actually has a screw, and 440C, which is a stainless. It's technically not as reliable, although I think the system is not really unreliable. It's not going to break while batoning, right? The benefit here is that you have a nice and wide guard that helps you not slip into the blade if you stab things with it. So this is designed for hunting, I guess, whereas this one is really designed for the outdoors. So these knives, very comparable in size. I think the Maserin is like 2 centimeters bigger overall. Let's do some tests that show us the performance of both of these. They're actually very, very sharp, razor sharp at the moment because I have already sharpened them. Here you can see both of these are scary, scary sharp. In terms of sharpening, both of these take an edge really, really quickly and easily and without any effort. I don't think like 1095 gets sharper. Some people say like non-stainless steels, they get sharper. In terms of stainless or non-stainless, I don't think there's really a difference in terms of the level of sharpness that can be achieved. Both of these knives are heat treated in a way so they get sharpened sharp easily, I would say. None of these are super, super hot, I guess, because they have to take some impact. I think 57 to 58 on the Maserin, and I'm not sure about the 1095 on the BK7 is. But yeah, as expected, they can also cut printer paper, not printer paper, newspaper. Now there is a big difference in terms of the sheath quality out of box. The Maserin Bowie, as you can see, comes with a nice leather sheath. Mediocre quality, it's not super, super good, it's not super bad. It's somewhere in between. It's a good sheath overall, much better than the nylon sheath that the BK7 comes in with. So on the BK7 you almost have to make your own Kydex sheath or buy a Kydex sheath. And the BK7 also has plastic scales out of box, which I guess everyone sooner or later upgrades that to micarta. It's just, they just feel so much better. The plastic scales are very slick, and depending on the temperatures you operate in, but you know, I'm in the woods all year round, so even in wet and cold conditions, and I hate plastic scales that are slippery. So micarta was the way to go for me personally. I can see why people don't care about that though, but yeah. In the end, I think most people are gonna upgrade the sheath and the scales. So price-wise, it's about the same price in the end, because this one is a lot cheaper out of box. Currently, this one used to be the same price out of box than this one uncustomized. They're about the same price, I would say, currently, modified and unmodified. So I would say for our first test, we cut some water bottles. That's not really a test to show the chopping capabilities of the knife. It's rather more a test of how well it goes through material and also how good you can align your edge with that particular knife. So I will start off with the BK7 because I already have that next to me. Very nice. So as for this first test, I would definitely give it to the Maserin Bowie. I mean, you can see how clean some of these bottles came apart, and it just felt like a lot less effort was required to pass through the material, and it felt really, really good. I think if I'm correctly, those were 45 cuts. Let's see how the Maserin Bowie does. It's kind of an awkward angle, but whatever. Oh! How much was that? So these must have been 61, and to be honest, I don't think like the Maserin felt bad while chopping. I never had the feeling that it would slip out of my hand, even though there is no like pronounced back here, so no bird's beak like on the BK7. The BK7 is obviously set up for doing that, and this one not so much, but it really didn't matter. It felt really good and secure at all times. The G10 feels really good on this one. I really like it. Do I actually like the Maserin handle better? I don't know. I think I do. I think it feels better. This one seems to be better suited for chopping. And it is a more efficient chopper, despite it being slightly smaller. You could see that the BK7 chopped the wood much more efficiently. Let's move to our next test. Boom! That was a lot easier. There you go. This one didn't count because there's already a crack in the wood. But yeah. Stabs decently. Goes in about this deep. This deep. Let's look at these tips, shall we? You can see the wear on the coating of the BK7. That's to be expected, right? It's a very cheap coating, comes off easily. But on the other hand, it kind of looks good also, in a way. Here you can see the tip strength, focus, thank you. So both of these are like not pry-bar tips, they're both nice and keen, but not like flimsy, right? So, which one stabs better? I think they're the same. They're really the same. Yeah, let's do some cutting. It's so unbelievably hot at the moment, and I will say the guard bothers me a little bit while doing the carving part, right? Yeah, this knife is really uncomfortable choking up like this. I really don't like the choil on this one. It's really painful, actually. Back here it's a lot nicer, but you don't have as much control, obviously. So let's see the BK7. The BK7 feels much nicer, and it doesn't have a stupid choil, so you're really close to the cutting edge without having the discomfort that the choil gives you. I'm telling you, choils are overrated because if you have a nicely designed handle, and Ethan Becker is a fan of that, which is one of the reasons I like Ethan Becker, is that you don't need a choil if the handle is designed in such a way that you're close to the cutting edge. And this knife is really comfortable choked up like this. Especially with the micarta, I guess. Now in terms of cutting, I give it to the BK7 because it's more comfortable, and that means you can cut better over time. Boom! Let's check our sharpness real quick. Still sharp. Sharp. Both of these are still sharp. Nice. So that's it for this video. In terms of bottle cutting, I would definitely give it to the Maserin Bowie. I think it's just a much better knife for that. So in terms of like a fighting style blade, this one feels a lot better. Edge alignment also feels really good here. In terms of stabbing, both of these really perform the same when we do this test. Yeah, I don't know about tip strength, they're both equally thin on the tip, so neither of these knives is a particularly strong knife on the tip. Now in terms of chopping, BK7, batoning, BK7 with a slight advantage but not huge, and carving, BK7 because it's more comfortable. I will say this handle feels a little bit more comfortable chopping because it's nice and rounded, and here you have a couple of corners that might give you blisters over time. But yeah, it's really difficult. I like both of them. I always lean more towards the BK7 because I'm a bigger Ethan Becker fan than I am a Maserin fan, but yeah, Maserin really put together a solid knife here. This knife is so well made, like really well made. Can't stress this enough, how well made this is. And the stick tang really isn't a concern of toughness because it's really strongly built. It also comes with a nice leather sheath, so it already has that and doesn't need to be modified like the BK7. And you can see the BK7 looks more disgusting quicker because of that coating, right? So you either take the coating off or you leave it like that. And this one just looks nicer and it feels nicer. It feels like a more premium product in the end. But performance-wise, this one is the workhorse of the two. And yeah, so if you're more outdoor-orientated, BK7 is a little bit better. And I guess this one is more like a hunting-style Bowie. That's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and maybe we see each other in another video. Goodbye.